Hello everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition. Last time we made it down here into the Underdark so we could successfully have a long rest, which we have now done. We have good health, we have spell slots, we have short rests available. And so down here there are a few bits of scrap and other items that we could collect, but nothing that we greatly need. And if we take a step up towards this gate here, currently these things don't have their... There it is. I think normally there should be a energy line going between these blue spheres and this gem, but that's not loaded in at the moment, but that's fine because we're not really interested in going that direction just yet. We're going to head back up and try and get towards the Druid's Grove. Now before we do that, let's pick this lock here, if possible. And we will get some guidance going on that. Not going to do it. We have a spare thieves tools. We have 15 spare thieves tools, so we'll try that again. Definitely not going to do it. Right, we'll give it one more go. We cannot seem to get there. Alright, we'll leave that as it is for now, just not meant to be. But we are going to climb back up this ladder. And that takes us to this subsection of the temple where we have previously been fighting lots of goblins. That all just reset itself, bizarrely. Or it moved itself... No, it's no longer in the solution, and several of the pieces are missing. Fortunately, the door stays open, so not sure what that's about. But our current goal is to escape back to the Druid's Grove to see what's going on back there. And to do that, first of all, we need to get past Palmer. She's up here.
Best be on my way.
Now, with our current spell slots and the rest, we probably could take her in a fight, Palmer. But I think if she sees us, at least coming from this side of the room, she just kicks us out. So it might be that she sees us from this side of the room, she goes, "Oi, what are you doing?" Kicks us back to where we actually want to be. But saving that bit of uncertainty, we'll wait for her to turn around and then just get wriggling.
Every step counts.
If they turn to their left back towards the bed in a second. There they go. So they've gone off that way. Means we can come along this way. Back into the main heart of the temple. Now we'll stop sneaking for just a second. Now what I would like to do is deal with this lot over here. There's Roa the trader, Wyll, one of her assistants, and I believe there's a third one around there somewhere. I had forgotten about that bit before getting up here, I will concede, but they have a lot of cash and a lot of very good gear, and so they may well have some stuff that we want. What I would try to avoid doing is blowing up all of these explosives, because I think they would destroy various boxes and chests back there that I would like to loot as well. Where's that third one? Yeah, right here by the door. So there is 3 of them. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about all the goblins. They are dealt with, so it's just these 3 that remain. We have the key for that door that we pilfered earlier. So let's split Wyll and Grace up a second. Grace, do you have any carrying capacity left? Barely. Wyll actually has more at the moment. If possible, I would like to move this smoke powder barrel closer to the doorway. But in a fashion where we're not seen. Which is a big ask. But that seems to have gone okay. And what I might want to do is get one of us up there. Because then we would have a good strategic position.
Every step counts.
Otherwise, using what cover we can to get a good hit off. Now, what did this do? I can't remember. You're part of a greater whole. Concentrate on a connection to teleport to another infected creature. So with that in mind, we might only need to get one of us out of the base outside where all the goblins are. Because that's going to be our next real issue. I wonder if... Could we throw a piece of junk? Do we even have something you'd consider junk? I'm not going to throw his own eye. That would be a bit bizarre. Here, we might as well throw a grease bottle. Will this get their attention? No? What if we just eldritch blast the door? No, they don't seem to care about that either. We're going to have to get ourselves within line of sight by the looks of it. The other option would be to just thread the needle and shoot that and see how things go. Why not? Let's go for chaos. We've never done it this way before.
Get this over with.
Okay. That did not start a spark. Whichever way we shot. Interesting. Alright, well, fight's on. Fight's off.
This calls for careful footwork.
We cannot hit anything today. Right, one strike in. Wyll, come and join the fight. Neglected to get sneaking first. That'll be fine. What was that? Ice arrow, I guess. Alright, so we've got two in the doorway. What do we want to do to kill them most efficiently? We could try and set stuff on fire. We have a lot of alchemist's fire around, so let's go for chaos because I've not done this encounter the explosive way before, and we'll see how this goes. Yeah, that was a lot of exploding. Even so much that it's now on fire out here, which is not ideal for us. Let's hop up to this ledge that's not on fire. And we still have a bonus action because we get an extra one. But nothing we want to spend that on right now, I don't think. They're going to take some fire damage and take another shot. And of course, they crit Wyll. Wyll is not currently on fire, which is good. Should be able to deal with this with just one more Eldritch Blast. And then let's get ourselves away from any open flames. Let's hope... Okay, that fire is out. Grace is not on fire. We got very injured during that, I concede. Now, I'm just going to see if all of this fire is going to die off and we can go pick over the corpses. I've seen various videos of people stealing barrels like that and strategically laying them around their foes whilst they're not being suspicious, or whilst the enemy isn't suspicious of them, and then just doing entire encounters with one swift explosion. So I'm going to pause the recording for a second to see if this fire will die down. If it doesn't, that's going to be a whole other kettle of fish, but we shall see. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Wyll here. Does this gain on a short rest? It does. And Grace. If you can jump over here without going in the fire, we will buddy up again. And we'll carefully avoid the fire and go through the door we just emerged from over here into a different loading zone. Hopefully so that when we come back through this loading zone, the fire will then be out, because it doesn't seem to want to put itself out on its own volition. Who's screaming? Oh, it's the guy in his cage. Poor bastard.
Ever onward.
Fire is all still here. It says 4 turns remaining, and that is not going down. I can't see the other corpses specifically. I know this large chest had a bunch of cash in it, but cash doesn't mean too much to us right now. Unfortunately, there is a whole host of fire here that is not dying down. And if it's not going to die down, we are not going to be able to get the loot that we would like. But hey, we learned something. And I'm pretty sure eventually this fire will die down, or it should get patched in the final release that it won't exist forever, because it says 4 turns remaining. And unless maybe if we do this and pass through 4 turns. But if it doesn't go from 4 turns to 3 turns, this fire is basically just never going to go out, I think. Which seems to be a bug, not a feature. Oh, 3 turns remaining. Let's do that again. Hey! I don't know what I did, but it worked. So now we can go pick through the corpses. Excellent. So one of them was a trader, and 2 of them were just generic archers. So there's an archer with daggers, arrows, alchemist fire. There's the other archer. Arrows, alchemist fire. We don't need more leather armor. Thank you ever so much. And then Roa Moonglow, our Bristolian pal. Much finer, much narrower selection of things here. We have a +1 chain shirt. Unfortunately, we don't have any medium armor proficiency. I don't think we have heavy crossbow proficiency either, but we'll see. +1 rapier is something that we definitely want if Wyll doesn't already have a +1. Wyll or Grace even. Short bow.
Alright. What now?
Heavy crossbow we're not going to have proficiency with. Wyll have proficiency with rapier, but he has a +1 rapier already. And he's going to have the same lack of proficiency with the crossbow as Grace does, isn't he?
Defender of the people.
Yeah, so we're not gaining anything out of all that, in fact. Nor are we getting all of the cash that was in their supplies. But that's fine. This is how things have to be sometimes.
Best foot forward.
So, these guys are both humans, so they both have 30 feet of movement. But we need to get one of them out into safety outside of the encampment, so that then the other can use their supernatural attraction to teleport to them. So, who do we want that to be? What we'll do is, I guess arbitrarily, we'll pick Wyll. Oh no, we won't. It won't be arbitrary. We'll pick Wyll, because Wyll still has Mask of Many Faces that he can use if he really wants to. Although that hasn't always gone so well for us. We'll give him both of the potions of invisibility. We will consume some of the smaller healing potions just to make sure he's relatively well healed. We'll make sure these two are separated.
The pride of the
Now,
gate.
with Wyll, the plan is use a potion of invisibility, escape the goblin encampment, and then
Foot forward.
have Grace teleport to him once we're safe. So these guys are patrolling this doorway. We could try and start a fight with them. That way, when we come back through, we would have a safer way of doing so. But I think what we're going to do is we're just going to step up to here. Then we'll go to turn-based mode. Find and consume a potion of invisibility. And hopefully we can just walk out and not be seen. And we can action dash. Just walk on by. End our turn. Grace is not going to be doing anything for the foreseeable. The AI takes its turn, which isn't really a turn. Then, where is Wyll? Game. What are we doing? Why have we decided that this wall is our fixation currently? Right. That's Grace's turn. Right. There we go. Wyll is going to push forward. We're going to dash again. Move through this doorway. And then outside, you'll see on the map that all of these folks are our enemies. So we just want to walk on by. They all frantically move around. But they don't see us, which is the really important part.
Move ahead.
We move 30 feet. We dash. Finding the straightest route possible.
A lot on my mind. And, well...
Grace has nothing going on. And we're just going to repeat this and get Wyll as far out of the center of things as possible.
A hero at heart.
Even if we just get past this main gate, there'll be far fewer things to worry about further outside if we do have to have some combat, and then even then we might be able to run away from our problems once we're over the bridge. The invisibility lasts 10 turns total, so we can basically run 600 feet with dashing every turn. That post is having a great day. And if the game crashes now, I'm going to be mad. So originally, I was going to do this with one invisibility potion each before I knew about the supernatural attraction that we would gain. So now, I'm hoping we can still do this in one potion, but if we have to do it in 2 potions, it means that one person gets away safely rather than both of them getting stuck. But we're out of the majority of the danger already.
Checking things out.
And we can actually go around this side. I don't know if it's any faster, but it certainly might be safer. So let's do that. We've already dashed.
I've got a long road.
Didn't exactly cut that corner tightly, but we'll be fine. Grace's turn doesn't really know what it's doing with itself. Hopefully she doesn't feel too abandoned. Dash again. And I think we can actually just come out of turn-based mode now.
2 steps at a time.
We better be able to jump up to here. Good. Up the vines. 3 turns of invisibility remaining. 2 turns of invisibility remaining.
Careful.
What are you doing? Wasting my time. Alright. Okay. That did not go ideally.
steps
Wyll
at a time.
is now in initiative, but I think if we can get over this bridge and then back around another 100 or so feet, we won't have to have a big combat here if we don't want to. And we actually have 6 potions of speed, so I'm now going to drink one of those. I said I'm now going to drink one of those. That will double our speed to 120 feet. And we get another action which we can dash with. Now we could have consumed one of these earlier when we first consumed an invisibility potion, but I decided against it. Now previously I've run far enough into the village that these guys have just kind of disengaged. And that is what has happened here. So we're safe in the Blighted Village again. We'll get through our lethargy at the end of the Potion of Speed. Because you miss a turn after the benefits end. Exhaustion consumes the creature in aftermath of haste. Cannot take actions. So Wyll is now safe. Now let's hope this goes as intended. So supernatural attraction. Probably should have tested this first. Well, I did not read that it has a range of 60 feet. I'm dumb. Fortunately, no. Ah, you know what I did? You know what I did? I gave Wyll both of the potions of invisibility. So now Grace is stuck here inside until we can find a way to get her out safely. Okay, that's going to be a hoot. Alright, I have a plan, but that plan is not for right now. For right now, I just need to tell you thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you figured out that I wasn't going to succeed with my plan of supernatural attractioning halfway across the map before I did. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers.